What are gross motor skills and how can I help my child develop them? Find out what are gross motor skills and why they are important. Keep watching to discover how they influence your child's social skills and cognition. Learn about gross motor skills and autism and find out how you can help your child develop and support them. What are gross motor skills? Gross motor skills are activities that involve large muscles and are usually whole body movements. Balancing, coordinating your body, and strength and agility are all gross motor skills. Gross motor skills are the first skills to develop. We usually learn to walk, run and jump before learning to hold a pen or a spoon, which are fine motor skills. There are different types of gross motor activities. Locomotor, running, jumping, hopping, leaping, galloping, sliding. Object control, throwing, catching, kicking, dribbling, underhand rolling. Early childhood is a period when children rapidly develop new skills. Some examples of gross motor skills milestones are: by the age of 3, your little one can go up and down the stairs, alternating their feet. By the age of 4, they can catch a bounced ball, can pedal a tricycle. By the age of 5 they can gallop leading with one foot, roll like a log, and propel themselves on a swing. There are sometimes problems in reaching milestones. Gross motor skills deficits can be detected as early as 14 months and become more obvious before a child turns 2. It is important to work on them before the child starts school. Why developing gross motor skills is important. School. Children with better motor skills are more likely to do well in school than children who encounter difficulties with movement. School might be demanding for them. Those who find running, jumping, skipping, or catching a ball challenging may appear clumsy to other children and might be rejected by their peers. They are less likely to be popular, might be less confident and less willing to participate in sports and games, and may struggle socially. Social skills. Some studies show that poor motor skills are sometimes associated with poor social skills. If children find it difficult to socialize with their peers and have poor social skills, that may lead to poor self-esteem or anxiety. On the other hand, children who perceive themselves as capable and proficient in gross motor skills also see themselves as socially adept. Cognition. Although motor skills are movements, they also involve processes of thinking, judging, remembering, and problem-solving that create those movements. Confidence. Gross motor skills are very important for children in developing social skills and feeling good, balanced, and regulated. If their gross motor skills are good, they feel confident in joining in with sports and games with other children. Self-regulation. Gross motor activities help to improve children's self-regulation. If children know how to self-regulate easily, they are more likely to be successful later in life and in school. This will help them to focus their attention and to manage their feelings, behavior, and thinking. Self-control. One study shows that children who scored higher in object control, like controlling a ball, throwing, or catching it, which is one of the elements of gross motor skills, were found to have better self-control. Better self-control is associated with higher chances of success in school and later in life. Executive functions. Developing gross motor skills helps with executive functions that are self-control, working a memory, planning, and organizing, and more. Good gross motor skills help with physical activity, cardiovascular fitness, healthy weight, developing language and academic performance. Developing gross motor skills help with perception and estimating space. Gross motor skills and autism. Some studies found that some children with autism have poor gross motor skills, which in turn influences their social skills. They are less likely to participate in sports and games with other children, so have fewer chances to develop their social skills. children with ASD, autistic spectrum disorder, very often find movement challenging. They may have trouble controlling and coordinating their body movements. Learning gross motor skills happens thanks to the mirror neuron system in the brain. A child will learn by observing and imitating someone else's movements. Children with ASD might have problems with activating the mirror neuron system. Do gross motor skills develop differently around the world? Some studies show that the development of gross motor skills in children may be different depending on the culture they live in, and where they grow up. One study shows that African children were reaching their motor skills milestones faster than European or American children. It might be because the children are trained to develop these skills earlier rather than have them evolve spontaneously like it is done in Scandinavian countries, for example. Asian parents, on the other hand, tend to be more protective of their children, so with fewer opportunities for exploring and risk-taking, their motor skills might be developed later. Children living in rural Indonesia were found to have their gross motor skills developed faster than somewhere else because they had more space to play in the natural environment. What about the environment they grow up in? Children living in poorer households, neighborhoods, have better gross motor skills. They spend more time outside exploring and playing freely, compared to other children with a better economic situation, being driven everywhere and protected and kept indoors more. Children living with siblings are found to have better gross motor skills. They have more opportunities to learn from them. It is usually the youngest with the most developed skills, after they have observed their brothers and sisters. Another risk factor in developing poor motor skills is being born prematurely. How to help your child with developing gross motor skills. Gross motor skills can be improved and stimulated through movement. Children should have plenty of opportunities to move, run, climb, jump and play. They can do it by exploring natural outdoor environments and playing freely. Gardens, parks, forests, and playgrounds are all great places for your child to explore, get to know their bodies, and take risks. These activities will also help to develop thinking and feeling, problem-solving skills and emotional and social skills if they are playing with someone else. Let me know in the comments if you were surprised by any of the cultural aspects affecting gross motor skills. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon.